YouTube, thank you for tuning into this video, guys. We're going to be dropping today another tutorial on an easy to follow system, guys, that you can apply across the board. Whether it's for really tight coily hair, straight hair, medium wavy hair, it doesn't matter because the system never changes. The process always continues. So if you don't know me already, my name is Tito and I make well over 6 figures in the barber industry. And all I do is I cut hair and I record it. So that's what I want to bring to you guys today. I want to help you guys get faster results. It took me, I've had my license since 2018 and I really haven't figured it out until like these last couple years. I want to help you accelerate your career. So the way that we're going to be starting this fade, guys, is going with the clipper closed. You see, if you go in with the trimmer is going to be setting in a really harsh line, and we definitely don't want that. So like the harder I put in the line now, the harder it is to take out later. So I'm going to start with the clipper closed and we're going to set our base guideline. Now in my brain, it's telling me, yo, this line right here, this is the bald line. This is where the fade is going to finish. Now at the very end, you're going to see why this comes together so well and why this is the easiest way to approach a fade. So stick with me at the end. It's all gonna make sense if you've never seen this method before. But yeah, man, go ahead, put in that bald line here with the clipper closed, and then we're gonna need to give ourselves some space for gradients, right? So I'm gonna open this lever all the way up and I'm gonna make a parallel line. So if it's a low fade, you're gonna keep it low. If it's a mid fade, you're gonna keep it mid, but you want it to be parallel, like almost an inch away from that very bottom bald line. You're gonna want space for gradients. So let's watch this come together. So guys, the foundation of the fade is already set, and now what we need to do is we're gonna go ahead and start fading down. Now, if you need to remove a lot of bulk, if it's like an excessive amount of hair, then you can do so. You know, you can do so with a bigger guard, like let's say a number 4. That's a safe one for me. Especially like if you're gonna be like working up into scissor work, and that's why this is a system that works for pretty much all hair types. If you're working up into scissor work, you can debulk going straight into a number 4. But if there's no need for it, then you can jump straight to the number 2. You know, I like to go ahead and with that 2, we're gonna go open, and then we're gonna follow up with it going closed. Now the motion is what matters the most. With this number 2 guard, we're gonna be going pretty much heavy pressure at the bottom of the haircut, like at the bottom of the fade, and lightening the pressure as we go up. So kind of creating a scoop motion will allow you to layer and skip guards. So that way you don't have to go use the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3. Like you can really just go straight with the 2. So 2 open, using the shape of the head as a ramp, up and off the head, very squared up motions. And then you're gonna follow up below that with the number 2 closed. So y'all can see, man, we've got the foundation of the fade at the very bottom locked in. We've got the bulk of it is gone. We've already sculpted and shaped the hair with the 2 guard. So now what can we do? Now what we're gonna do is take this number 1 guard, and similar to how we did with the number 2 guard, we're gonna pretty much do the same thing. We're gonna start with the 1 guard with the lever open, heavy pressure at the bottom, floating it on the way up, right? And we're gonna go ahead and knock everything out that we can with that 1 open. Below that, now we can close that number 1 guard, and now we can really start breaking through that line. You know, we're gonna do as much work as possible using this 1 guard, with it open, with it closed. We're gonna go working on smoothing out this whole transition from really tight at the bottom to, you know, the sculpted, the length that we have, you know, on the rest of the hair. So yeah, we'll start with this 1 open and 1 closed, and essentially, guys, you have been doing a fade down method without overcomplicating it, right? A lot of people think that, I remember I used to think that fading down is overcomplicated, it's really difficult, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, as you can see, you've just experienced it with me, you know? I did the 2, we're working on the 1 right now, and this next step is gonna tie it all together. But let's go ahead and finish up with the 1. Barbers, are you sick and tired of dimming your phone screen every time you pull up your bank account because of the shame of how low the balance is? With the 6-Figure Barber Mentorship, we help you find and fix the weak points between our easy to follow modules and our over 20 live stream calls per month from Chris Basio and his coaching team. We're gonna help you build your clientele to beyond 6 figures and scale so you can start to buy your time back. And the best thing about this, you're gonna see results month 1 with our 30-day challenge. There's no better way to motivate you than to get you quick wins. The link is gonna be in the description. I'll see you guys soon. Now this next one, this is what's gonna be really tying it all together. So you remember how we started the fade all the way at the very bottom with the clipper closed, right? So we're gonna go ahead and match that clipper close. We're gonna close that clipper lever all the way, and we're gonna break that line. The way that I like to look at this is I'm gonna just break through the line, right? I remember, like, you have to have the confidence that I'm gonna be raising this fade up, but I have a plan, so it's okay. The way that we need to think about this is break that line. Yes, you're gonna raise, you're gonna go to and through the line with the clipper all the way closed. Yes, that means that the fade is gonna get a little bit higher, but I wanna assure you we have a plan. So the next notch here, 1 notch open, you're gonna bring the fade a little higher. 1 more notch open, you're gonna bring the fade a little higher. 1 more notch open, you're gonna bring the fade higher again, and you'll see, yes, you are bringing the fade higher and higher, but it's getting longer and longer as it goes up. So the way that we designed this clipper, it's definitely possible to skip guards like this, right? And you're gonna see our goal is to have, when the lever is all the way open and we start to lighten up our pressure as we work our way up to where that number 1 guard was, this should all blend pretty well together. Now, not every hair texture is gonna blend perfectly. Of course, you know, you're gonna have some hair textures where you are gonna have to pull out our half guard, and if you need to do so to clean up a little bit, great. But the majority of the cuts I've done with this clipper, I really haven't had to. You know, maybe 10% of the haircuts that come through my chair. But that's your safety net, all right? So we're gonna do everything we can from clipper closed all the way to clipper open, and this should blend together like butter, man. I love how this is coming out so far. Now this is one of those haircuts that the front edge up is actually going to be pretty natural, so we can just put all our effort into the two corners, right? We're going to go ahead and establish right there where the corner would be, establish that vertical bar. If your client wants a C cup, you can go ahead and define it, but make sure that number one, you're not pushing the hairline too far back, right? You need to remove some hair in order for it to be a straight line, but you don't want to remove an unnecessary amount of hair. Then you can go ahead and step back and make sure that your two corners are looking even, adjust as necessary. But yeah, just work on keeping it even. But the key is don't push it back too far. And then the cool thing is, for the sake of efficiency, right, while we have this tool in our hand, the trimmer, now we can follow up and actually start to bald out and remove everything underneath that clipper close. Now, this is where it all ties in together, right? We started with the clipper all the way closed to create a soft bald line. So you're gonna see here why that's so important. You're gonna come right up underneath this with the trimmer and it's gonna just bald everything out. Like there's no blending to be done at this point, right? It's just effortless at this point. So that's why you're gonna be able to see here. That's why we start with the clipper close, man. It's so important. Now that the balding out has been done, guys, now it's gonna be pretty simple because all you have to do is hit the bottom of this with the foil shaver. So, you know, like one option too is you can go down with the grain first to be able to soften up the line a little bit, and then just underneath that come up with the foil shaver. You know, and this is of course if your client's skin can handle it. Not everybody's can, but you know, I definitely recommend, man, if your client's skin can handle it, you're gonna go ahead and bald out at the very bottom, knock out all those stubbles, and that is gonna add another layer of longevity to your blends. So now for this fringe front style, like we don't really want to do anything too aggressive. We're really just going to be doing a extreme amount of point cutting, right? I want the front fringe to have a soft finish, but I'm just going to be doing point cutting a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, just until it all kind of flows together. I don't want a sharp lineup. If I wanted a sharp lineup, I just would have gone in with my trimmers. But sometimes your clients want a softer, a little more natural looking finish. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing, the same method. Start from the middle, work your way out to one side, return to the middle, work your way to the other side. You know, not everybody wants a super sharp line. You know, it's just something to consider, man. But yeah, this is the way that we do this. And again, just like with the trimmers, for the sake of efficiency, while we have the scissors in our hand, then we can go ahead and start attacking any spots in the blend that may need to be hit, you know, with the point cutting or with scissor over comb. We can do that now. It is time to enhance the haircut. Now, please take a look at how the hairline is before. Everything is crispy, everything is even. Like, we're not going to be covering any imperfections with the enhancement. And that's the key. The enhancement is to enhance, not to correct. They would be called corrections if it was like the other way around. But listen, guys, use the Tomb 45 Beam Team XL compressor and the no drip. That combination right there is going to take care of your clients to an extent that you're making sure that they're not going to have any potential allergic reactions. I've used other color enhancements, and yes, there's a bunch of great products on the market. No Drip is the only one that is 100% designed to stain the skin. A lot of the other products actually have what it is essentially is a hair dye that has a side effect of staining the skin. And that's cool, it can last a long time, but the problem is that, you know, clients can have allergic reactions. Their skin can start to get a little red, a little itchy. I had a client at one point, he sent me a selfie from the emergency room because he couldn't handle the product I was using at the time. So that's pretty spooky stuff. I am always gonna recommend you start with the no drip and your client will be happy with that service. But if they were to request something that lasts longer or that actually like dyes their hairs grays, sure, then maybe you can use a Just for Men, a Kiss Express, something like that, but make sure you patch test. There is no patch test required with no drip, so keep that in mind, guys. Be safe while you're enhancing your clients. That is an extremely underrated gem that needs to be spread. But yeah, man, these things are pretty solid, bro. This combination, it's all tagged in the bottom left there where you see tagged products. Enhance, but please enhance safely. So guys, I appreciate y'all sticking around for the video, man. I really hope that I was able to inform you and enlighten you as to how simple hair cutting really can be. Stay subscribed, guys, because the way that I put together this video today, I live stream pretty consistently, multiple times throughout the week. I live stream and you guys can see this happen in real time. Later on, when I get more free time, that's when I can come back and put the voiceover in for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. You can see this happen in real time while I stream in the shop. So don't forget to subscribe, share this with a friend if you feel like someone else you know can benefit from the techniques and methods that we use today. And also don't forget all the products that we used in today's video are tagged in the bottom left of this video, man. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see y'all in the next video.